Well, good morning, everybody. So, last night I had a dream all about doubt. And this morning, again, I woke up and I was thinking about doubt. And then I thought, well, what can I talk about? And how can we apply doubt to our practice? And I was thinking about doubt really comes in from fear and the doubt that we are capable of something. And so part of me is doubting that this is enough of what I'm saying right now, but instead of being worried that this might not be enough, I just want to say, whatever doubt means for you in practice today, I would encourage you to focus on releasing it. And when you find yourself in a posture and you're thinking, oh, I don't know if my body can do this, and I don't know if I'm doing it right, or if I should go further or I should go less, see if you can let go of that doubt and trust yourself, because your breath is a wonderful, wonderful teacher. And if you can't find your breath, then back off a little. But as long as you can find your breath, I would encourage you to maybe even go a little deeper. So with that in mind, find a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you, the crown of your head right over your tailbone. Slightly tuck the chin, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades in toward each other. Softly close the eyes. And start to check in. Notice what's happening with your breath, what's going on through the body, through the nervous system. Notice the thoughts, notice any worries or stresses. Notice that left brain chatter that's constantly going on. Notice any distractions. Don't try to change them or tune them out, but just notice them and allow them to wash over you with your breath. And then all of that's going on, all of those words and sentences, worries, stresses, analyzing, distractions. Take a huge inhale in through the nose, inhaling it all in. Hold the breath at the top. And to see how it feels to be full of all of that stuff. All of this, that constant distraction, that constant inner monologue. And then open the mouth and let it out. Take another huge inhale in. Hold the breath at the top. Notice with what you're left, and notice if there's a part of you that doubts that if I let go of this for the next hour, then that epiphany I was going to have won't be there anymore, and all the things that I need to get done, they're not going to happen. And just take all of those worries and doubts and open the mouth and let it all out a little further. Take another huge inhale in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Notice with what you're left. And then know that the craziness of your life will be waiting for you an hour from now. All of those dreams, desires, wants, needs, so often the best thing we can do for them is to give ourselves a break from them, an actual true break. And open mouth, let it all out one more time. Take another huge inhale in through the nose for 3, 2, 1. Exhale out the nose, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in, reach the crown of the head a little higher, tuck the chin, roll the shoulders back. Exhale slowly, keep that length. Inhale, let the belly fill up, spill out. Exhale, push your belly button back towards your spine, push out all that old stale air. Keep these same long inhales and long exhales. And throughout our whole practice today, I want you to always come back to this same breath, no matter where you find yourself. If you ever begin to doubt, of what you are capable. Breathe a little deeper and see if you can let go. On your next inhale, inhale the arms out and up. Bring the palms together, exhale them down in between the eyes to the third eye. May your practice cultivate enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May your practice cultivate enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May all of your practices cultivate an enlightened heart. Reach down, grab your shins. You can change the crossing of your legs if you would like, just to even out the body. And then take an inhale in, spill the belly out, shine the heart up, gaze up, roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, pull against your shins in the center of your back, far back behind you. Inhale, rolling forward, roll the shoulders back. And exhale in reverse. Inhale, rolling forward. And this time as you exhale, pick a direction and start to roll the body. Inhaling all the way back. Inhaling all the way forward, exhaling all the way back. Moving with your breath. See what happens when you play with the sizes of the circles. Let them be huge, let them be small. What happens when you isolate the shoulders or isolate the chest? Maybe let the head get involved. And then as you're ready, with your breath, send it in the opposite direction. There's no wrong way to do this, just moving with your breath, moving with that intuition, exploring the spine, the breath. Same long inhales and long exhales. And then allow the spine to settle back, reach the crown of the head high. Notice if you can still feel that internal movement through the nervous system. Same long inhales, long exhales. And then reach your arms out to the side, parallel to the earth, thumbs as far away from your pinkies as you can get them. Relax the shoulders down and back, trying to kiss the shoulder blades together, palms out in front of you. Reach the crown of the head a little higher, tuck the chin, same long inhales and long exhales. And allow the right ear to come down toward the right shoulder, reach the left fingertips just a little farther away. Opening up from that space between the shoulder and ear. Same deep breaths. Keeping that ear reaching down toward your shoulder, turn your gaze down toward the earth, opening up through the back of the neck, down through. See if you can feel it all the way to that scapula by reaching those left fingers a little farther away and trying to reach that shoulder blade down your back. Reach your fingertips out and away a little more. Spread the thumb away from the pinky, and then turn the gaze up, opening up through the front of the neck, through the jaw, down through to the collarbone. Same deep breaths. And then allow your chin to come down to your chest. Keep reaching those fingers out and away. Left ear, left shoulder. Reach those right fingertips a little farther. Same deep breaths. Keeping that ear reaching down toward the shoulder. Turn the gaze down toward the earth. I know those fingertips are starting to feel a little strange. See if you can breathe a little deeper, open them a little more. Reach the shoulder blades back toward each other. And then turn the gaze up. Same long inhales and long exhales. If you start to wonder if you're going to make it, see if you can just breathe a little deeper. And then inhale, coming back through center. Reach those fingers all the way up. Hold the breath at the top. Sip in a little more air in through the mouth. And then through a round mouth, powerfully exhale it out. Fingers down to the earth. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Slow exhale out the nose. Place your hands out in front of you. Roll up over your knees and hips and come into tabletop. So really press down through the tips of the fingers. Press down through the tips of the toes. Let your knees be slightly behind your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale in. Drop the belly. Lift the heart. And exhale, reversing the motion. Tucking the chin and pelvis in. Center of the back high. Push down with the tops of the feet. Inhale. Drop the belly. Lift the heart. And exhale, reverse. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Exhale, reach that left heel back behind you. Right at hip height, keep the toes flexed. Inhale, reach the right fingers out in front of you. Long through the spine, pressing through the tips of the fingers, pressing through the tips of the toes. Keep the gaze down on the earth. Feel long through the spine. Same deep breaths. And then inhale, get the heel and thumb a little higher. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out and up. And exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale out and up. Exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale out one more time. This time as you exhale, bend that left knee, reach back with the right fingers. Grab onto that ankle or top of the foot, start to kick into the hand. Spread the fingers on the left hand, maybe opening up through that right shoulder, gazing out toward the left toes. Same deep breaths. Take one more inhale in. And exhale, release back to tabletop, but turn those right fingertips in. Inhale the left fingers up. Exhale, reaching them through. Placing that left ear down, pushing down with that right hand, trying to place the back of the head down on the earth. Reach the crown of the head long to feel the length through the spine. And then maybe reach those right fingertips up and back for the inside of the left thigh. Pull on that left thigh. Let the hips head a little farther to the left. Same deep breaths. And slowly unwind. Coming back through center. Back into tabletop. Take an inhale in. Drop the belly. Lift the heart. And exhale in reverse. Few cat and cows at the pace of your breath. Inhale in. Exhale, release. Inhale in. Press down to the tips of the fingers, tips of the toes. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Exhale, reach that right heel straight back behind you. Inhale those left fingertips out. Keep the gaze down on the earth. Feel long through the spine. Spread the fingers on that left hand. Same long inhales, long exhales. Inhale, get your fingers and heel a little higher. And exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale and reach. Exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale out one more time. Exhale, bend into that right knee. Reach back with that left hand. Kick into your hand. Get the toes a little higher. opening up through that left shoulder. Spread the fingers on the right hand. Spread the toes on the left. Push down, trying to get that shin down into the earth. Opening that left shoulder. Same deep breaths. Inhale, get everything a little higher. Exhale, release back to tabletop, but turn those left fingers in to reach the right fingertips up and through. Pushing down with that left hand, opening that left shoulder, reaching the crown of the head a little longer, trying to get that right shoulder down away from your ear. Push down with the back of the right hand, and then maybe reach those left fingers up and back. Pull the right hip toward the right side, and same deep breaths. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, slowly unwind. Coming back to tabletop. And then tuck the toes. Inhale in, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up to the balls of the feet. And exhale, release the heels down toward the earth. Inhale up. And exhale, release. And then put a little bend in your knees, sink your heart a little closer, get your sit bones a little higher. And then lengthen your heels down toward the earth. And inhale forward to plank, roll the shoulders back, tuck the pelvis under, feel long through the spine. Exhale down to chaturanga, shoulders way out over the fingertips. Float, inhale through and up. Maybe just a cobra, maybe straightening the arms. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale all the way down to the earth. Untuck the toes. And let's inhale up for a nice little cobra. Just opening up through the heart. Don't put any weight in the hands. And then lift the hands just an inch above the earth. If there's any pinching in the back of the neck, bring the gaze down. And then interlace the hands behind the back. Lift the wrists up off the sit bones. Roll the shoulders back. Bring your big toes together. Engage your quads. Let your legs be nice and straight. And then lift your heels up toward the sky. Same deep breaths. Let any doubt or worry release on the exhale. Breathe a little deeper. One more inhale in. Keep your chest and knees floating. Exhale, bend into both knees. Grab your ankles or tops of your feet. Inhale, kick into your hands. Roll the shoulders back. Deep breaths. Bring your knees back together. Engage your quads. One more inhale in. Get everything a little higher. Exhale, release just the left side. Bring that left elbow underneath the left shoulder. Pull that right foot in. If you'd like, you can reach around for the inside of the right foot for a C grip, or just keep pulling that foot in towards your glute. And then start to notice if that right knee is sticking out to the right side. See if you can pull it back so it's pointing straight back behind you. And then start to press down with that left elbow. Try and get your left ear away from that shoulder. Same deep breaths. And then try to sink your left hip a little closer to the earth so that your right hip and your right knee comes up off the earth. Very nice. And release that side. Place the right elbow down under the right shoulder. Bend the left knee. Reach back for that left foot. Pull that left foot in towards your glute. Notice if that knee is sticking out to the side and pull it back in. Settle that left hip down to the earth so that the left knee comes slightly up off the earth. All the work is happening in that quad. And then see if you can start to get that right shoulder away from the right ear. Deep breaths. And release that side. Release down toward the earth. Take that left arm out to the left side. In line with that left shoulder. Press down with that whole left hand. Right hand under the right shoulder. Bend the right knee and send that heel up and over. Pressing down with that left palm so much that the left forearm comes slightly up off the earth. Keeping that left shoulder active as well as opening. Listening to your body, either staying right here or reach those right fingertips up and back for the left. Long inhales, long exhales. One more inhale in. Exhale, unwind back through center. Take the right hand out to the right side in line with that right shoulder, left hand under the left. Bend the left knee, send that heel up and over. Keeping that whole right palm active, pushing it down into the earth, lifting that right forearm. Listening to your body, maybe reaching those left fingers up and back. Long inhales, long exhales. One more inhale in. Exhale, slowly unwind, coming back through center. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes back behind you. Feel long through the crown of the head. Tuck the pelvis. Elbows in. Inhale up to plank. Exhale, one forearm at a time, down to forearm plank. Interlace the fingers except for the pinky and ring. Pull the elbows in toward each other and back towards your big toes, like you're trying to wrinkle up your whole mat until you find that shake and quiver. Reach the crown of the head a little longer. Find that same long inhale and long exhale. And then place the palms down, place the hips down, roll the shoulders back. Pull with the tips of the fingers and the elbows to spill the ribs out. Maybe gaze up. Try and get your shoulders down away from your ears. Release the core. And then releasing down, hands under your shoulders. Bring your big toes together. Start to send your hips back. Let your knees be nice and wide. And come into child's pose. Maybe making little circles on the ground with your forehead. Maybe rocking slightly from side to side, feeling long through the low back. Same deep breaths. Notice any worries that have come up. See if you can let them go on the exhale. And then inhale, coming forward to tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, down to forearm plank. Interlace the fingers, pull the elbows in toward each other, back towards your big toes. 3 long breaths. And place the hips down, roll the shoulders back, spill the belly out, release the core. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, releasing down, hands under your shoulders, elbows in toward each other. Inhale up for plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale that right heel up. Be sure that the right hip isn't stacking at all on top of the left. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders out over your fingertips. Inhale that heel up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Try and get it up toward that shoulder. Inhale that heel up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Notice if you're still pressing down through the tips of your fingers. Inhale that right heel up. Exhale, knee to nose. Softly place the right foot down near the right hand. Be sure that the right heel is right underneath the right knee. Mind up with that right hip. Same with the left side, so you might need to take your stance a little wider this way than usual. Very nice. And then when you feel stable here, bring your hands to your hips and come up. Pull back on the right heel to engage underneath the right quads. That way the right thigh isn't doing all the work. Pull the hips forward, engage the core, roll the shoulders back. Reach that left heel back behind you. Take an inhale in. Exhale, float that left knee just an inch above the earth. Inhale, straighten. Exhale and float. Keep pulling back on that right heel. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, float. Inhale, straighten. Very nice. Take a few deep breaths. See if you can bend a little deeper. Pull that left hip a little farther forward. Engage the core a little more. And keep that right hand down on that right thigh. Know that that left knee is there for you if you need to place it down on the earth. Reach the left fingers up. Really engage the tricep to reach through those left fingers. And then reach up and over to the right side. And slightly back. Now disengage your arm so you can see what it feels like with lax fingers. See how that changes the stretch through the left side. And then engage your arm, let it be long. Feel that slight difference. And then inhale up, crescent pose. Exhale, chest down to that thigh, fingertips out, take the weight forward and up. Warrior 3. So you can either stay here with those fingertips reaching down to the earth. Be sure that that left heel lined up with your hip, pointing right down at the earth, not stacking on top of the right. Or bring your hands to heart center. Few deep breaths, find your focal point. It's really going to work that right hip flexor. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, bend that supporting leg. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend. Inhale, straighten one more time. This time as you exhale, bend deeply, reach those left toes back, float them a centimeter, millimeter up off the earth, and then inhale up, crescent pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Left elbow on the outside of the right thigh, push down with that right hand. Same deep breaths, know that that left knee is there if you need to softly place it down. Maybe reach those left fingers down, right fingers up. Maybe those right fingers behind your back to open that right shoulder a little more. Maybe the left fingers to reach for the right, stopping anywhere along the way, listening to your breath, listening to that little voice that maybe is saying, I'm tired. Why am I still here breathing? See if you can let it go. Let go of any doubt or worry, and just breathe a little deeper. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, slowly unwind. Make a little pillow with the left side of your mat. To place that left knee down, untuck the toes. Walk the right toes a little farther forward so that your right heel is slightly out in front of your right knee. Coming up to your fingertips, take an inhale in. Sink the hips forward. And exhale, rolling back. Flex the right toes, crown of the head down. Just being nice and easy and kind to that right hip after all that work. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, rolling back. This time you can sit all the way back on the inside of that left heel, or you can bring that left heel around to the inside of that right thigh. If there's any pressure on that knee. And then inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, lead with the belly, heart, shoulders, chin, forehead. Keep those right toes flexed, pulling back towards you. Feel long through the crown of the head, releasing down. Same deep breaths. Keeping the head heavy, slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Take that left hand back behind you, right hand to the outside of that left leg, and twist, push down with that whole left palm, long through the spine. Flex those right toes, pull them back towards you. Deep breaths. And then if you can, start to walk the right heel a little farther forward to open that right hip slightly to the side. And then inhale the left fingers up and over for those right toes. You can use that right hand on the outside of that left thigh to pull that right shoulder in a little more, to open that left shoulder up above you a little more. Same deep breaths. On an inhale, let the left fingers lift you up. Place them down, back behind you. Place the right fingers down, tuck the right toes, and send that left foot up and back. Take an inhale in. Exhale, place the left foot down next to the right. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale down to forearm plank, interlace the fingers except for the pinky and ring. Pull the elbows in toward each other, back toward your big toes. Shoulders down away from your ears. Find that shake and quiver. Deep breaths. Let go of any worries, any doubt. Breathe a little deeper. And then place the palms down, roll the shoulders back. Pull the elbows, release the core. Shoulders down away from your ears. And then hands right under your shoulders, elbows in, tuck the toes. Inhale right up to plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left heel up, be sure that it doesn't stack on top of the right hip. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale that heel up. Press down to the tips of the fingers. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale that heel up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Move with your breath. Inhale that heel up. Exhale, knee to nose. Softly place the left foot down near the left hand. Maybe taking your stance a little wider than usual to feel that stable base. Be sure that left heel is right under the left knee. And bring your hands to your hips and come up. Engaging your core, pulling the hips forward, reaching that right heel back, pulling back with the left heel to engage underneath the left thigh. Breathe deep. Take an inhale in. Exhale, float that right knee an inch up off the earth. Inhale, straighten, lengthen that right leg. Exhale, float that right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and float. Inhale, lengthen. And then keep that left hand down on that left thigh. Reach the right fingers up. Engage that right arm. Reach it up and over your ear, and then slightly back. Same deep breaths. See what happens when you release those right fingers. And then on an inhale, lengthen and activate. Long inhales, long exhales. On your next inhale, come back, crescent pose. Exhale, chest down to that thigh, fingertips out in front of you, weight forward and up. Right heel, hip height, right hip right next to the left. You can keep those fingertips down on the earth or find your drishti, that focal point. Bring your hands to heart center. Float, fly, breathe. Take an inhale in. Exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Float a little higher. Exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, float. Inhale up one more time. Exhale, really bend into that left knee. Float those right toes a centimeter, millimeter up off the earth, and inhale up, crescent pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right elbow, left thigh. Listen to your body. Place that right knee down if you need to. Trying to bring your heart toward your hands. Maybe reaching the right fingers down, left fingers up. Or reaching behind the back. Stopping anywhere along the way. Listening to your breath. Even in this tight, twisted space. See if you can find those long inhales. Long exhales down into that diaphragm. Take one more deep inhale in. Exhale with control, slowly unwind. Make a little pillow with the right side of your mat. Place the right knee down, untuck the toes, walk the left toes a little farther forward. Push down with the top of the right foot. Inhale, shine the heart up. Exhale, rolling back. Keep pressing down with the top of the right foot, crown of the head down. Inhale, rolling forward. And exhale, rolling back, left hip pulling back behind you. Inhale, rolling forward. And exhale, rolling back. And then go ahead and place the hips down on the inside of the right foot. If there's any pinching in that right knee, bring that right heel all the way around to the inside of the left. And then inhale, shine the heart up. Lead with the belly, heart, chest, shoulders, chin, nose, forehead down. Flexing those left toes. Same deep breaths. Keeping the head heavy, slowly start to roll up, one vertebra at a time. Take that right hand back behind you. Press down through the fingers. Left hand on the outside of that right leg. Push down with the right fingers, right shoulder down away from your ear, long through the spine. Same deep breaths. And then walk that left heel a little farther forward to open that left hip. Keep that left hand where it is. Reach the right arm up and over. Same deep breaths. Notice any thoughts. See if you can let them go on the exhales. On an inhale, use those right fingers to lift you up. And then place them down, back behind you. Place that left hand down, tuck the left toe, send that right foot all the way up. Sink the heart, and place the right foot down next to the left. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale down, one forearm at a time to forearm plank. Interlace your fingers, except for the pinky and ring. Pull the elbows in toward each other and back toward your big toes. Find that shake and quiver. As you breathe, you might be wondering, why are we doing so much core? We've come into this pose so many times. So often doubt comes from doubting ourselves. Our core is our confidence, our solar plexus, our strength. Feel that strength now by breathing a little deeper. And then place the hips down, place the palms down, roll the shoulders back. Pull with the elbows and tips of the fingers. Spill the belly out, gaze up. And hands under your shoulders. Elbows in. Tuck the toes. Engage the core. Tuck the pelvis. Pull those elbows in. Inhale up to plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale in. And exhale down to child's pose. Knees nice and wide. Big toes together. Hips back. A few deep breaths. Take an inhale in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it out. Inhale in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it out. With one more standing series on each side, just to open up the hips. There might be a part of you that's thinking, oh my goodness. See if you can let go of everything we've done so far on the exhale. Come back into your breath. Find a deeper breath and you'll find that little extra bit of strength. Inhale, coming forward through tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale that right heel up, point the toe. This time, let it fall over to the side, stacking that right hip on top of the left. Sink the heart toward those left toes. And then inhale, lengthen that right heel out. And exhale, knee to nose. Softly place the right foot down in between the hands. Left heel down, line that front arch with the front heel, with the back arch. Lead with the left fingers and inhale up, warrior two. First time we're really opening the hips, so engage the core. Be sure you're parallel to the long side of the mat. Notice if the right knee is coming out toward the left side and open it back out over the toes. See if you can pull that left hip back behind you, ground down through that left little toe. Pull your feet in toward each other, engage underneath the pelvic floor. Engage the core, taking the arch out of the spine, relax the shoulders, breathe the fingertips out and away, chin toward that front middle finger, and then forget everything I just said, close the eyes and breathe. Bend a little deeper into that front knee. Right elbow, right thigh, left arm up and over. Really use that right elbow to open that right knee, to tuck that right hip underneath you. Deep breaths. Maybe reaching those right fingers down, left fingers up. Maybe reaching that left hand behind the back to open that left shoulder a little more. And then without moving that left shoulder, see if you can get your right fingers toward the left, stopping anywhere along the way, listening to your breath. And then everyone come back up to that elbow on your thigh. Reach that left hand up. And then bring it down to your hip. Bring your gaze down to the outside of your right toes. Start to straighten the right leg as you tuck the right hip underneath you. Bring the right hand to your shin. And then bend back into that knee. See if you can keep that right hip tucked the whole time, pulling with the left big toe. And inhale, straighten, Trikonasana. Pull the left ribs in, and then reach the left fingers up. And then maybe start to inch those right fingers down toward the right toes, keeping those left obliques engaged. Be sure there's not a big curve in the spine. And then staying right here, bring that left hand to your hip. Bend into the right knee. Take the right fingertips out. Take the weight forward and up. Ardha Chandrasana. Same deep breaths. Maybe reaching those left fingers up. Finding your drishti, your focal point, maybe float up off the right fingers. Deep breaths. Take one more inhale in. And wherever you are, place both hands down, bend into the right knee. Let the left foot be about 6 inches closer than it was before. Let the toes point toward the front corner of your mat. And then start to straighten the right leg, paralleling your hips toward the short side of your mat. And release the forehead down for pyramid. Pulling back on that right heel. And then again, staying here. Or keep the left fingertips down and reach the right fingers up. Reaching the crown of the head right to where those right toes are pointing, and again staying here or bending into the right knee. Take the weight forward and up. Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Stopping anywhere along the way, listening to your breath. Long inhales and long exhales. Take one more inhale in. Wherever you are, place those hands down, bend into the right knee, send that left foot all the way back. Send that right foot back and up, release that hip however you would like. Place the right foot down next to the left, inhale coming forward to plank, exhale one forearm at a time down to forearm plank, interlace the fingers, except for the pinky and ring, pull those elbows in and towards your big toes, deep breaths. Long through the spine, long with your breath. And place the hips down, place the palms down, roll the shoulders back, release the core. Inhale in. Exhale, hands under the shoulders, elbows in, tuck the toes. Inhale up for plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left heel up, point the toe, let it fall over to the side. Open that hip, sink your heart toward the right toes. Press down to the tips of your fingers. Inhale, lengthen that left heel up. Exhale, bring it forward and through. Prepare for warrior two on the other side. Reach with that right finger. Same alignment, hips to the long side of the mat. Press down through that right little toe. Open the left knee to the left side, engage the core, relax the shoulders. Chin toward the front middle finger. And then maybe bend a little deeper, close the eyes and breathe. We're almost there. Allow yourself to just breathe a little deeper. Left elbow, left thigh. Right arm up and over. Tuck that left hip under, reach that right hip back. Maybe those left fingers down, right fingers up. Listening to your body, maybe reaching that right hand back, left fingers under. Pulling that left hip in like you're trying to reach your left hip toward the right side of your mat. And then trying to lay your shoulder blades down on your left thigh by bending a little deeper into that left knee. And then everyone bring that left elbow to the left thigh. Reach that right arm up. And place it down on that right hip. Turn the gaze toward the left toes. Start to straighten the left leg slowly, keeping that left hip tucked underneath you just as far as it is an extended side angle. And then hand to that shin. And bend into that knee, elbow to thigh. Notice how far that left hip is tucked, how much that right hip reaches back. And then straighten, reaching down. Keep those right obliques pulling in long through the spine. Reach the right fingers up. And then maybe start to walk the left fingers a little closer to those toes, keeping everything in line. Hip, toes, shoulders, fingers. And then staying here, or bring the right hand to your hip. Bend into the left knee. Weight forward enough. Find your Ardha Chandrasana. Know that triangle pose is there for you if you need it. Take a few deep breaths. Try to expand everything out through your center. And then slowly place both hands down. Bend into that front knee. Let that right foot head out to the side and a little closer than before so that your hips can parallel to the front of your mat. Go long through the spine and release the crown of the head down. Same deep breaths. And right fingers down, staying here, or maybe reaching the left fingers up. And again, staying here, bend into that left knee, take the weight forward and up, tuck that right hip underneath the left. Find that spot. Try to align each and every joint, open through your center, deep breaths. One more inhale in wherever you are. Exhale, bend into that left knee, place the hands down, send that right foot all the way back. Send that left foot back and up, release that hip. Place it down next to your right. Inhale forward one more time. This time exhale the opposite elbow down first. Interlace your fingers. Except for the pinky and ring, pull the elbows toward each other, back toward your big toes. That last little extra energy into your core, those last huge deep breaths into your core, finding that strength, that solar plexus. If you want to picture yellow spinning energy in that space in your diaphragm, and then place the hips down, place the palms down, roll the shoulders back, pull with your elbows. And hands under your shoulders, elbows back and in. Inhale up for plank, long through the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale in. Exhale down to child's pose, knees nice and wide, big toes together. Take a few deep, well-deserved breaths. Inhale in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it out. Inhale in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it out. Very nice. Inhale, coming forward to tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale that right heel up. Exhale, bring it forward and through. Place that left knee down and tuck the toes. Walk the right foot over to the left side of your mat. Really flex those right toes. Place the right knee down toward the right side of your mat. If your whole leg is not comfortably down on the earth, you can bring that left knee up as far as you need to, even to the inside of the sole of that foot for a modified pigeon, so that when you start to reach your belly button and chest out, it comes out over your shin and not over your knee. You can even use the eye of that left elbow to keep those right toes nice and flexed, maybe making fists with your hands for your forehead to feel long. And then really focus on flexing those right toes and start to let the rest of your body release and relax. Let the left leg release, the hips, the back, the shoulders, the head, neck, face, fingertips. Let gravity do all the work. Start to feel your heart rate decrease, your breath coming easy and long. Very nice. Slowly come up to your hands. Tuck the left toes back behind you. Gently, carefully send that right foot up and back. Release that hip. Place the right foot down next to the left. Inhale that left heel up. Exhale, bring it forward and through. Place that right knee down and tuck the toes. Walk the left toes over. Left knee down. Bring that right knee up if you need to. Really start to get the chest out over your shin. Notice if you're heading toward that left knee. See if you can pull it a little closer to your toes. And then once you find your stretch, see if you can start to release the rest of the body. Just focus on flexing those left toes. Keep the integrity of that left knee. And then start to release the right leg, the hips, the back, the shoulders, the head, all the way through to the fingertips. Slowly come up to your hands. Tuck the right toes back behind you. Gently, carefully send that left foot up and back. Release that hip. Place it down next to the right. One final downward facing dog. Notice if it feels a little different now. And then inhale forward to plank. Exhale down to your back. If you are not inverting today, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out to the side. Bring your right hand to your heart, left hand to your diaphragm. Feel your heartbeat with the right hand. Feel your breath with the left. If you are inverting today, place your hands down by your hips, send your feet up and over, and come into plow. And if you come back for plow and you'd like to get your elbows in toward each other, hands high up on your back, find your way up to shoulder stand. And if you've come up for shoulder stand, see if you can tuck your shoulder blades in toward each other. Reach the crown of your head a little longer, so much so that not a single one of your vertebrae still remain on the mat. Deep breaths, wherever you are. Allowing the body to find length, the breath to be full, the heart rate to continue to decrease. Letting go of any doubts or worries. And then slowly coming back through plow, balancing your knees on your forehead or down by your ears, rolling down one vertebra at a time, and then everyone pull your knees up into your chest. Place the soles of your feet down on the earth, hip distance apart, close into your sit bone. Push the heels down, lift the hips up, tuck one shoulder blade and then the other and bridge, or bring the hands under your shoulders for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Long inhales, long exhales, very nice. Deep breath, releasing the core. Did a lot of core work today. You've had enough of back bends. Come up to the balls of your feet and feel each and every vertebra make contact with the mat. Pull your knees up into your chest. Straighten the left leg out onto the earth. Hold on to the right knee with the left hand. Let the right arm come down. Pull that right knee over the body. Try and send that right hip down away from your shoulders as you relax your shoulders. Find those same long inhales and long exhales. Notice any doubts or worries. See if you can let them go on the exhale, bringing out any last remnants of resistance, stresses. And then slowly pull the knees back through center. Extend that right leg out, pull that left knee in. Release the left hand, pull the left leg over the body with the right. Using these last moments before Shavasana, let go of any last remnants. Utilizing this time for you. So often we head about our lives without taking all this wonderful work that we've done on our mat with us. This time in Shavasana is that time of integration, finding a home for all this new space that we've created. So allow yourself this time. Nothing to think, nothing to do, nothing to be. And slowly coming back through center. Maybe giving yourself one final well-deserved hug, saying thank you to your body, and then extending out into our final Shavasana. Let your feet be out, hip distance apart. Let your toes fall away from each other. Tuck one shoulder blade and then the other underneath you. I like to do little adjustments in Shavasana. If you're open to that, you can leave your palms up. If you would rather conserve your energy, you can turn your palms down. Reach the crown of the head a little longer. Relax your jaw, relax your tongue. Allow your breath to come easy, your heart rate to decrease even more. And begin to feel the weight through the nervous system of all of the work that we've done. Feeling it heavy and spreading to every cell and molecule in your body. Feeling the weight of this physical self sinking down, melting into the earth. Feel yourself supported. Allow yourself this time of integration. Allow yourself this time of healing. Allow yourself this time to breathe. This time just to be. Slowly find your way back. Invite your breath back in. Listening to your body, listening to your breath. You can stay right here, melting down into the earth. Or if you would like, activate the body however feels natural. Maybe moving through your extremities, maybe reaching your fingers up above you, feeling long. And again, staying right here on the earth. Or if you would like, you can roll on to one side or the other. Find your way back to that same comfortable seated position in which we started our journey. Wherever you are, notice if your muscles are sitting just a little easier. Notice if your breath is coming a little calmer. If your thoughts seem just a little bit further apart. And maybe, just maybe, your doubts don't seem quite so daunting. Inhale the arms out and up. Bring the palms together in the energy of our whole journey. Exhale it all down in between the eyes to the third eye. May your life be filled with enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May you always have the patience for enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May your heart have the healing it requires to live an enlightened life. Namaste. Take your time. There is no rush. I just want to thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you this morning. As most of you know, I don't ever teach the same class twice. It's always based on who's here and what sort of energy you bring, so thank you for bringing that this morning. And as most of you know, these are all donation-based classes. For those of you that make it here in person, there's a donation station on your way out. For those of you at home, there's a donation button on your screen. We ask that you honor the suggested $15 donation if you're able, or leave whatever you can so we can continue to bring this service to our community and to the world. I really hope that you will take some of this work that you've done with you on your mat into your life, because it's not just the time that we spend on our mats, but it's every conscious breath that we take in our lives that really brings about the change. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, week, month, and life. Namaste. Peace be with you.